police records?
Yes, ma'am. My name's Larry Downs Jr. I'm calling on a recorded line. I would like to get some information on the requirements for a dancer's license.
Requirements for a dancer's license?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you'll need to bring in a photo ID, like a driver's license. It's $30, and you need to know which club you're going to be working for because it's $30 per club. So if they haven't absolutely said that they're hiring you, you could be out $30. If they say no, we don't want to hire you.
So you can't. So the only way you can get a license is if you are already hired by a club.
You can get a license if you aren't hired by the club, but if they do not hire you, you can't use the permit at a different club because it has that club's name on it. You would have to get another one with the club that actually hired you.
Well, I'm looking at the online application right now,
Yes.
and whenever you fill these out, I'm just trying to get all the information on it. Basically, what we're looking at here, it has a place for your for your name. It's got the date, name, and it's here, and then it's got your maiden name. It's got race, sex, date of birth, height, weight, hair color, eye color, driver's license number, or state ID, and anyways, other identification used, place of birth, all that stuff. Then it has a place here for tattoos / scars, location and description. Is that necessary?
Yes, it is. It's just in case anything does happen to you, we'd be able to identify you. That's why that's there.
Is that? I mean, but wouldn't that be? Isn't that private information? I mean, do I have a First Amendment right to, to my expression and to have a privacy to that expression?
I've actually never been asked that, so I don't know the answer to it, but I know that it's for identification purposes.
I mean, I can understand asking all these things if you're dealing with a criminal, and you're putting them in prison or something, or you're putting them in the system. But somebody who's not a criminal, who's just trying to obtain employment, is this something I would have to do?
Yeah, you also get your fingerprints taken when you apply for the permit and you come in.
Is that standard for a right to work state?
For rights of work, I'm sorry?
Yeah, is that standard for a right to work state to have to submit all of this stuff?
Well, also our taxi drivers, they also have to do fingerprints and fill out a different application just for drivers. So.
Well, I might could understand that because they're obviously could be going to people's houses, but this is a stationary place of work. I mean, you wouldn't. Are bartenders required to have their fingerprints done?
Yes, if you're getting a dancer permit, that's part of it.
No, I'm talking about. Is there a bartender license in our county or city? Do you know of?
Well, okay, so I was just told that it is city ordinance that you have to be fingerprinted, but the bartender license is a dancer permit. So just instead of putting dancer on the permit, it says bartender.
So you would. Is this required to bartend at one of the McGuire's Irish Pub? Do you have to do that?
Just give me one moment. I'll be able to ask my coworker because she's been here a lot longer than I have.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So I'm going to transfer you over to her. That way you can talk to her directly, okay?
Okay, and what was your name?
Potts.
What's your name?
Potts, P-O-T-T-S.
P-O-T-T-S. Thank you much, Officer Potts.
Thank you. Just give me a moment. I'll transfer you.
Okay.
Police records. This is Jay.
Hello, this is Larry Downs Jr. I'm calling from a recorded line. I'm trying to get some information on a dancer's license. And
Okay, but there's limited information that we can give on recorded lines.
Isn't it all public record?
No.
No? Okay, can I get your name then, officer?
I'm not an officer. I'm a clerk.
Okay. And can I get your name, please?
I give you my employee number. It is 8868.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, here's the questions that I have. I have a few questions.
Okay.
One, I just found out about this dancer's license. So I'm reviewing the application that's online. And it has a place here for name, maiden name, all that type of stuff, race, sex, etc. Then it's got a place on here that has that says tattoos, scars, location, and description. Is that mandatory to get a license to fill that out?
Yes, the application has to be filled out in entirety.
All right. Well, the reason why I'm asking on that particular one is I've never seen an application for employment that required you to put such personal information on it. Not in the free market. Is that standard across the state?
I'm not sure because all counties, cities, towns do not require you to have an entertainer's permit.
Is this a permit or a license?
It's considered a permit to work in the entertainment clubs.
Okay. Are there permits or are permits required to entertain in other types of clubs with the city? In other words, if I wanted to go dance at McGuire's Irish Pub, would I have to have a
That's not considered an entertainment club as far as city ordinances.
And what so it would have to be an entertainment club in order to require this license?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that question?
Yes, ma'am. So there's only specific clubs that require this license or this permit?
Entertainment clubs within the city's jurisdiction.
So that's the only ones. So no other clubs, no other nightclubs or any type like that, they're not required to have this specialty permit.
The entertainment clubs are required to have the permits.
Okay.
Everyone in the entertainment club is required by city ordinance to have an entertainer's permit, except for the janitors.
So
per city ordinance.
So are any of the clubs that are downtown like the club that does the singing and stuff like that? I forget the name of the club. It's down there on Palafox, but they have Vinyl. Vinyl's the name of it. They entertain at that club. Are any of those required to have a specialty permit to entertain?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, gotcha. I'm just trying to get a understanding of of how
Oh,
this?
sure. Well, you can always feel free to read the city ordinance on permitting of employees in those type of premises. It's section 7-3-45.
Okay, got you. So this is not a state required permit. This is only city.
As I stated, all cities, all counties, all towns do not require these permits.
Okay. So let me ask you a question about the I guess the constitutionality of this, if that's even a word. Is it because the 14th Amendment guarantees equal protection of the laws? So, in other words, no state can deny equal protection of the laws. So, if somewhere else doesn't do it, how would it be okay for the city of Pensacola to do it?
Because it's in our city ordinance.
Right, but I mean, if you had a city ordinance that said no speaking in public, then you could have that ordinance, but it would be a violation of our constitutional rights.
Sir, that is not an argument for me to have. If you want to go that far in depth as far as what's legal and what's not legal, you're more than welcome to contact our legal department. But here in records, that's not something we go that far in depth with.
Okay, I got you. Well, can you tell me if I decided to dance at one of these clubs, is it against the law? In other words, would I be...
No, it's not against the law for you to dance in one of those clubs.
Without a permit?
If you're on stage, yes, that's against city ordinance. And you can be arrested for breaking city ordinance.
And what would that charge be?
Breaking city ordinance.
I know, but I mean, there's a
it's
lot
a violation.
There's a lot of city ordinances. I'm just saying, what would the actual charge be?
Sir, violating city ordinance. That's what the charge would be. That's what your arrest report would say.
So they wouldn't... Okay, well, I appreciate it much. I'm just trying to get clarification because I don't want to get arrested for something without knowing what it's going to be for. And would they hold the entertainer or the dancer responsible, or would they hold the nightclub responsible, or the entertainment venue? Would you know?
The entertainer, because the club is responsible for informing them that they have to have that permit.
Okay, gotcha. So the actual entertainer's responsible for it.
Yes, and it's a permit per club.
Gotcha. So if you were dancing at 3 clubs, you'd have to purchase 3 permits?
That is correct.
Whew, that's quite interesting. That's a good little revenue source. Well, thank you.
New source? I'm sorry?
I said that's a good little revenue source. It's pretty interesting.
Well, maybe you should also check with Mobile, Alabama, where they charge $250 for 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
Per their city ordinance.
That's always an interesting way of looking at it. Say, well, look, somebody else does worse.
Well, no, I'm not saying that someone else does worse, but we also have done research as far as that goes.
Did y'all research it with the Bill of Rights?
Okay. Is there anything else that I can answer for you today?
No, ma'am, that'll do it. What was your name again?
I said my employee number is A868.
Okay, well, it's public record. I mean, it's just you're a public employee, so that's the reason why I'm asking you for your name.
Okay, and I gave you my employee number. That's also public record. So.
I mean, isn't it y'all's policy to tell the public that you're dealing with if they ask you for your name? I mean, how are we supposed to know to file a complaint if we need to? I'm not saying I'm going to do that.
You can come in and give that same number. We all have individual numbers.
Okay, ma'am. Well, I'm just confused as to why, you're the first employee in our city or county that has refused to give me their name.
I did not refuse. I gave you my employee number.
Well, I know, but you've refused. Well, will you give me your name, please?
Is there anything else that I can help you with today?
Okay, that's it. I was just checking.
Okay.
Seeing if we were going to be cordial. Thank you much.